In this problem, we're told, and it did get cut off here a little bit, but we're told that they measure water level once per week and that this table represents the data. So whenever I'm given a table, I just look at it to see what's happening. Because here, this is the water level, right, week after week. So I realize, of course, that over here is the height in feet, so as this line goes up, the water level is going up. So for the first 4 weeks, you can say the water level is rising. And then after that, the water level is decreasing. So that's my observation. Let's see what they ask us here. Well, they say based on the data in the graph, which means, looking at this graph, which statement about the water level is correct? Okay, so here we go. We're looking at the greatest increase or decrease. So what was the most dramatic change? The first choice says the greatest increase in the level of the water is between week 1 and week 2. So they're saying between here and here. And, if we're unsure, of course, we can figure it out. Here, the water at week 1 was at 15, then it rises to 20 feet. So I'm going to write next to it, that's a 5-foot increase before I make my determination. The greatest increase in the level of the water is between week 3, so here's week 3, and here's week 4. So what happens? Well, at week 3, it's a little bit above 20, so maybe 21, and then it goes all the way up to 30. So that's probably about a 9-foot increase. So that's certainly a lot more. And I'm going to say that, well, that's probably the greatest increase. That line is much longer than any other gap right there. You can see it in the graph. This is a little bit closer. But still, it only spans the diagonal of one square. This goes across almost 2 full squares. So it's most likely that B will be the answer, because I don't see anything that seems to be more dramatic. But let's look at the next two. It tells us, well, the greatest decrease in a level of water is between week 4 and week 5. So let's look at that. Here's week 4 and week 5. That goes from about a 30-foot level to about a 25-foot level. So it's a decrease of 5. And then it says the greatest decrease in the level of water is between weeks 7 and 8. Well, 7 and 8 are very close together. Maybe it's about a 2-foot drop max. So that doesn't make sense. So here, B seems to be the most logical answer. And again, you can see it in the graph. This jump is certainly larger than any other jump in the graph. All right, thanks a lot.